Yo! Perfidious Pete here, back to laugh at Sylvester Stallone's ontological crisis over being teleported in XCOM, War of the Chosen.
Hey, yo, Pete. This is not funny, man. I'm having a serious crisis here. I'm not even me anymore, Pete. I'm just some different blob of matter that thinks that it's Sylvester Stallone. Plus, in addition to that quandary of I'm not myself, I've got some, dimorphism going on here with my own dissociative personality. The other thing I gotta worry about, Pete, is what happened to the other Sylvester Stallone? Where is he? Is there still the same amount of sweet HGH flowing through my veins as flowed through his veins? Does my endorsement deal with the University of Phoenix Online, whose glorious students no doubt had something to do with the invention of this teleportation technology, I'm absolutely certain, #WeRise. But does that endorsement deal still hold, or does my other clone, who may or may not have been disassociated into his base elements, which one of us is in control of our finances in future? I'll tell you, Pete, this teleportation thing is tearing me apart.
Well, Sylvester Stallone, as much as I'd like to make fun of you, and point I kind of am, especially about the HGH thing, I tend to agree with you on the whole teleportation thing. I'm not sure whether or not I, Perfidious Pete, would allow myself to be teleported. In fact, I'm pretty sure I would not allow myself to be teleported for much the same reasons. They're reconstituting matter, but, even entangled atoms, they're not the same. I mean, you can perform an action on one and it causes those same actions to be performed on the entangled particle, but there's still two disparate particles. So if you're teleporting matter from one spot to another, that matter isn't actually physically moving. You're probably just gonna recreate it from local source materials, which means if I get teleported, the thing that was once me is no longer me. What comes out the other end is just some other glob of shit that also thinks it's Perfidious Pete. I really don't think I would allow myself to be teleported. I'm wondering if when teleportation technology eventually exists, and I'm certain it will in some fashion or another. In fact, I'm pretty sure they've already teleported matter. They teleported some entangled particles in a lab somewhere, possibly at the University of Phoenix. Sylvester Stallone may be right about that one. But I'm pretty sure that when that technology does become prevalent and a thing that people are legitimately interested in, I bet they start having, DNR equivalents for teleportations. It's gonna be instead of a do not resuscitate, it's gonna be a do not teleport. How come that clone... This is the kind of shit that makes me absolutely furious with XCOM. So this clone over here actually got to take a shot at us because we hit the codex on Overwatch. And when that created another copy of the codex, that codex was technically unactivated, so it got to do stuff. Okay, well, you're gonna die then. I'm livid. So we shot that codex during its Overwatch move, and as a part of its Overwatch, which means normally it would not have gotten to take another action, it would have just gotten to scamper. But as a part of that Overwatch scamper move, instead it created a new unit which hadn't been activated yet. So when the next step of the activation phase came up, it said, oh hey, I've got a unit that hasn't gotten to take an action yet. That unit gets to do something, and what that something was make another bullshit... Yeah, I saw... make another bullshit piece of garbage monster that came over here and got to take a free shot at me.
Whatever you say.
This is why I'm livid. All right, Red Brown, I don't reckon you can get all the way over here. Oh, Red Brown can get all the way over here. You know what, Red Brown? Come over here and rend this monkey then. Give me that sweet rend. My goal is to have this thing surrounded by and large. If we can't kill it this turn, I want to make sure it's surrounded by Bladestorm people so that when it tries to take an action move or do anything, it gets cut into just complete and total haggis. That Superior Expanded Magazine is quite useful for us. We're also going to have Red Brown Parry just in case this thing decides it wants to take a punch at somebody. Hormone, we can't have you stand here and now your weapon is empty, so you are forced to move as much as I would love to have you do pretty much anything else. Taylor Swift. Alright, I mean, no brainer here. Get over here and chop up this Andromedon. Don't trigger any additional enemies if you would. That would be very bad. So worst case scenario for us here is if this thing decides to just stand still and punch. And I think we'll have Kim Kardashian just reload. Yeah, the Codex is still dead. Oh, the dead Codex is right. It still gets its action that it should never have gotten in the first place. Try and run away. Take a swing at Reb. There you. Well, I mean, for certain values of up, I don't know what it was trying to do there, but it didn't succeed. All right, so problem solved. What the XCOM? I'm ready. Yeah, I mean, I want to reload, but can you undo the camera shit there? Here we go. That's better. Everybody reload, and nobody's going anywhere else or doing anything else. Because we don't want to spawn any enemies until we actually have bullets in our gun. Red Brown, of course, immune to the unload potential. You can't run Red Brown out of bullets because it doesn't really have any. Red Brown is all that's left. Alright, let's get ourselves back in order. If we go too much, like if we step, I think, any further forward from where we are going to activate the Dawn Butcher here, and we do not want to do that. So let's not activate the Dawn Butcher. Hormone Stallone.
Let's do this.
We are going to make a line that can just charge. We learned some very valuable and painful lessons, by the way. Last time we were here monkeying around with a Chosen in their own house, we learned some important tips of how to stay safe and how to have success against these guys. It was a painful lesson. I mean, he's not here, but somewhere Thurgood the Bench Marshall is flying solo because Teddy Roosevelt got killed in this very house. Or one very much like it, I guess. Alright, so let's go activate the Dawn Butcher. And we're going to put you up here, Ava Perone. Give you a little elevation. This will definitely stop. He's going to... He didn't spawn in, though. I don't trust him to not spawn in this turn. Let's slow play it a little. Maybe it's because Ava Perone is concealed.
My turn on watch.
Oh. Ah. Intriguing. Well, if Ava Perone can get to there without spawning anybody, the rest of the team should also be able to get to a relatively similar disposition.
Finally.
Let's move him up here, Tay-Tay.
I'm gonna stand next to my lady, even though I'm pretty sure I'm not me anymore, Pete. And I'm telling you, I'm struggling. If I struggle on this mission, you're gonna know why. It's entirely because of the teleportation thing. I don't know how to feel anymore.
We still have not activated it. Well, good. So my goal on this mission is actually to get as close as possible to this thing so that when the Dawn Butcher does arrive, which is now, we can do as much damage as possible to him. But the thing that we learned about the Chosen is on Legend, their respawn mechanic works considerably differently. Like, this guy's only going to be dead for 2 turns. So we want to make sure our whole team is within shooting range of his little capacitor.
I suppose we should begin then.
I mean, we sort of already did, though. Was me showing up at your base and killing all your boys not indicative of the beginning for you? Why are we on Overwatch? Well, Ava Perone was definitely not flanked there, by the way, but... Okay. Not sure why Taylor Swift got a shot. Oh, because Taylor Swift was on Overwatch. That's tragically awful. Okay, so Stallone... This is not going to be an especially productive turn for you. We are only going to get 2 actions once the Dawn Butcher is dead. Maximum of 2. So, Stallone, I need you to be within shooting range of this device when he dies. Because we need you to be able to capitalize. And I do have a plan here for little Ava No Tears Perone. The first kill for you... You know what? No, we want to set up so that we've got 1 more shooter in the box. I want 1 more person who can put good damage on the capacitor when it goes down. That's Kim Kardashian. Alright, Ava Perone, first blood to you. Take down this Warlock with a banish. I'm relying on you to execute his ass with all of your magnificent bullets. We're banishing here, and it doesn't appear to be executing anybody. Oh. So Ava Perone has emptied the weapon. No execution, though. Alright, well, that was dissatisfying. Well then, Stallone. This makes your turn much easier, I guess. Shred some of that. I'd love to have you shred some of that armor. Taylor Swift is standing in the open with no kill. You know what? Yeah, we gotta get rid of... Shred the armor. No special abilities, just shred him. Also, we set him on fire. Enormously useful. I don't know whether being on fire has any kind of effect on the Chosen, per se. But, I mean, it certainly probably isn't going to do a whole hell of a lot of good. So, Morgan Freeman, I think we just have you walk to here and rapid fire this man in the spine. We're going to get more utility out of a rapid fire to the spine than anything else we might do. Plus, we got some sweet Blade Storm action coming in behind this. Not so far, Mr. Don Butcher Man. So that leaves us Reb Brown, Kim Kardashian, and Reb Brown. Alright, Reb Brown. Now's your time to shine, buddy. Over here. Little lighting hands. And then I think we're... Man, this guy still has a surprisingly large amount of health. Go ahead and rend his ass. He's real salty about Reb Brown, though.
I didn't make it through. I will show you what true mastery of the gift looks like.
You lying on the floor in a giant heap of dead guy? It ain't gonna look like much of anything, because you're about to get blade stormed into pieces when Morgan Freeman takes a poke at you. You regenerated 3 health and then burned 1 away, and now you're about... Oh, you're gonna summon, guys. That's a lot of summoning, but they did find themselves right in the midst of a blade storm. Also, you're done. You were saying again, sir? So we killed him at a relatively inopportune time, but as long as we take our first action and have Sylvester Stallone, I think the game is shit itself. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we know. Dr. Tigan, how it works. Also, could we just start blade storming these Advent boys here? Because they got a lot of getting chopped into chunks to do. You're dead. One of these guys at least is getting blade stormed, minimum. Red Brown's gonna get a piece of that. Didn't kill him. Came very close, though. Left him with 1 HP. These guys are wisely avoiding the unbelievably dead... Well, never mind. Gonna say wisely avoiding the unbelievably deadly Morgan Freeman, but that is not exactly how that shit went down.
Impressed yet?
Okay. So, 34% towards the rapid healing. We can only damage this thing while rapid healing is in progress. So what we want to do is take shots at it right now. We're going to get a maximum of 2 shots here. Rapid fire does 9 to 11 twice, 18 to 22. Which is exactly the same as a rapid fire. Neither one of these shots can miss, so let's chain shot, because chain shot doesn't always get 2 shots. It only gets 2 if the first one hits. That second shot somehow missed. I mean, that should have been a literal impossibility, though.
No problem, boss.
Pete, what about this guy? Don't worry, Taylor Swift will get him. So Taylor Swift could also rapid fire. You know what? No, we need to save that for the Don Butcher. What we're gonna do, we're gonna dual strike it instead. 9 from Tay-Tay. Sylvester Stallone should also open up on it here. Give it the works. Alright, we're already doing considerably better than we did the last time. Or did... Why is this mechanic working differently than it did the last time?
I'm reloading.
So Ava Prone, I think we'll have you just kill this man. Can you hit him at all? I mean, we should probably just put... No, just kill him. It's fine. Ava Perone puts 1 in the dome. So Freeman, we really only need you standing next to the thing. Or Red... You know what, Red Brown? Here, you actually... This man is your job. You take this guy. You're not going to kill him off of that, but what you can do then is just parry. And when he tries to do anything or move, you can take him down. More damage on the thing. This fight is going considerably different than it did the last time we fought this. Because the last time we did this mission, we came in this exact same position and...
I can handle that.
The assassin was like already respawned. They were immediately regenerated. Like we didn't get a turn to do stuff. We didn't get a turn where the enemy stayed dead and everybody got to shoot at this thing. Rapid healing in progress, 68%. This chrysalid's probably gonna have a bad day if it runs into one of our blade stormers. It didn't. What are you? A priest. Well, we're gonna have a bad day if we run into that priest. You're dead because you ran into the Red Brown. And see you now. Red Brown has actually become a fairly effective killing machine. Advanced scope, advanced repeater, superior conditioning. The loot in here is fantastic. So, Taylor Swift. Kim Kardashian. There is a priest over there. We gotta do something about it. Morgan Freeman, can you one-shot this dude? Morgan Freeman cannot one-shot the dude. He will need a tiny, tiny iota of help. Or will he? You know what? He won't. Who's gonna handle the priest? I mean, he's over here, and he's got cover. We don't like either of those things. Sylvester Stallone, I want you to move. And we're gonna use your last 2 bullets to rapid fire at this thing. If these both hit, it may be done dealing. Like, this could be game over. No, we got to do 4 damage to it to get a game over here. All right, well, no fooling around then. Kim Kardashian, take it out.
I'm hoping that's a good thing. Yes, the regeneration process has been interrupted.
Yeah, Shit Slice is going to come back, and then he's going to get his shit pushed in.
Then let's target that chosen with everything we've got.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to give me a minute. We got other shit to do here.
Double time.
Taylor Swift's going to come over here, run and gun, and shotgun his priest in half. Rapid fire from the old Arashi ain't gonna do anybody no good. This is gonna suck, Jim. Sorry. Rapid fire second shot missed, huh?
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Okay. You know what, Ava Perone? Just kill this thing. There's no reason for us to dick around with it. Just take it out. Red Brown? You know what, Red Brown? Come rend this man. Red Brown is racking up the kills here. Guy didn't even go into stasis. Red Brown killed him so hard. All right, Red Brown, parry. And now the Dawn Butcher should be coming back, and he should be getting immediately shat upon. So what was the deal with the assassin then? Why did we have so much difficulty with the chosen assassin, but the Dawn Butcher is just, we're just opening up and crapping in his mouth? We're having no difficulty with this man whatsoever. So I think we have Morgan Freeman come over here, stand right next to him, and shotgun to the mouth. Pretty much works in 100% of cases. Pays more dividends here. Yep, I dare. Sylvester Stallone is out of ammo. So our best bet for Sylvester Stallone here may be to reload and then have him give Tay-Tay a bonus action. Because Taylor Swift is very far from where we need our Taylor Swift to be. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Tay-Tay, run over here.
Got it covered.
Go away, P. I mean, I may be undifferentiated glob of suet now because the actual Sylvester Stallone has either been discorporeated or is just somewhere else, but even as a blob of undifferentiated matter that thinks it's Sylvester Stallone, I'm still capable of inspiring my girl, Taylor Swift, to the greatest heights of combat effectiveness. It doesn't matter if I'm actually me or not, Pete. Taylor Swift, she's my girl forever.
Alright, so Red Brown. You know what, Kim Kardashian, we could have you take a shot here, but given the amount of armor that the Chosen is rocking, I honestly think we're going to get more mileage out of you giving a bonus action to the Rebster. Red Brown?
Nothing to fear.
I would like for you to come and rend this man.
You will pay the price. I only struck that
I think we get bonus damage against this guy if we hit him from up high. That's actually how his weakness works. Ava Perone can't see him. We can get Ava a flank shot. It's just not going to be particularly special. There we go. It's going to do like 1. Oh, never mind. Now you bring the execution, Ava Perone. Way to save the best for last, I guess. She wanted a dramatic third act finale. She got it. Well then. Game over? I'm gonna say game over.
easy, but we managed to pull it off, Commander.
You say it wasn't easy, Bradford, but not to slight the Dawn Butcher here, but it felt pretty goddamned easy, actually. It was nothing like when we fought the Chosen Assassin, who gave us an unbelievable amount of trouble. Yes, yes, even in defeat, you triumph. Strike me down and I'll become greater than, more powerful than you can ever imagine. Go ahead and Force Ghost already, Luke. Let's get this over with. So the other Chosen stabbed themselves and you turned into a brick bat. And we have flawlessly executed the Dawn Butcher. Glory, honor, victory. When XCOM wins, we all win. Well, you know, except for old Sylvester Stallone here, who still is not himself after having been teleported. Still struggling with this beat. I really got to admit. I think that DNT we're talking about, the do not teleport, which is like the teleport equivalent of the DNR. I really think that old Sylvester Stallone needs to sign one of those documents immediately. No, talk to my attorney when this is over. Assuming he is my attorney and not the on retainer for the actual Sylvester Stallone, of whom I am a poor copy. Also, if I get teleported again, will the next guy that comes out of the machine be like Michael Keaton's character in that movie Multiplicity, where they like cloned a clone and he was all fucked up and not correct in the head? Like the guy had some serious deficiencies because it turns out that they generated copy a copy. Not that the first generation copies didn't also have serious deficiencies, because they did. Why did we wind up shaken? We did not go into that mission tired. These guys should not be shaken. We went in there and flawlessly executed the Dawn Butcher, and also Red Brown, eat my dick hole. How did you not get a promotion? Alright, the Warlock's Disruptor Rifle is nice. Also picked up a Codex Brain. A superior stock, which is useful. Superior agility, which is not. An Elerium core. Superior expanded magazine, which is fantastic. We're going to use that. An advanced scope, advanced repeater. Superior conditioning, we may stick on somebody just because we can. We good. All in all, I feel like that mission was a pretty remarkable success. Are you still here? Shouldn't you be like downstairs with Norman Borlaug being not on missions? Okay, so Hormone Stallone is shaken. Kim Instagram Kardashian is shaken. Their willpower was reduced incredibly, I guess, on that mission. How long are you guys going to be down for? Let's just go take a peep. 11 days, 11 days, 16 days, 15 days. So our whole team is out for effectively the foreseeable future. Like we're going to have to play some missions here with borderline garbage team. I wonder if we can revitalize a shaken soldier?
Shen managed to pull a set of encoded coordinates from the vial we recovered at the alien black site. And it looks like we're headed towards another as of yet unidentified facility.
It's an unidentified facility, but is it an undifferentiated facility like that glob of shit that's down in the barracks that thinks it's Sylvester Stallone? Let's get to scanning. What else? I mean, why are they shaken? They should. I mean, I understand mechanically it's just their willpower got low, but it really seems like after that kind of unimaginable victory, Our soldiers shouldn't be shaken. They should be more invigorated than ever.
Like the things that I saw, Pete, they've taken me apart.
Maybe they're shaken because of the teleporting. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're all having a Sylvester Stallone-style ontological crisis. Yes, Pete, I must admit that I, Morgan Freeman, really do not appreciate the idea of the world having another Morgan Freeman in it. This voice work, Pete, is a coveted gig in the Hollywood industry, and I really have to admit, I don't appreciate the idea of there being another melodically voiced man out there potentially competing for me for these dollars. I like money, Pete, that's what I'm saying. One doesn't get a sweet cavalcade and unending waterfall of top-notch, nubile young women throwing themselves at an old man like me, Morgan Freeman, unless one has copious amounts of cash. Actually, I say that, but it's not necessarily true. Honestly, I think if Morgan Freeman came to me and tried to romance me with that voice of his, I kind of think I'd take a run at him. All right, so let's take a look and see what kind of team we're going to have for this retaliation mission. On the plus side, we probably won't be fighting a Chosen on it since we just did. So who will we have? Well, we could have Morgan Freeman or Taylor Swift, not both. We can get Yeezy. Red Brown is tied. Everybody, wow, this team's going to suck, though. We could do we have a Reaper who is available? No, because Britney Spears is in for negative trait recovery. Ava Perone is tired. I was thinking if we did a Reaper, we could go Reaper, Sharpshooter, and just do some long-range stuff with maybe a little Ranger support in the back. I thought Abraham Lincoln was available, yeah. So we could go Abraham Lincoln and maybe Lindsay Lohan. Boy, this is a bad team, though, huh? We do have Yeezy, I guess. Yeah, this is sound that Yeti is going to make when you send Yeti on this mission, Pete. Why you keep sending Yeti on shit missions? When does Yeti get to go on good mission with a possible chance for success instead of almost certain physical calamity that will wind up with me getting shot in space helmet? Huh? When is Yeti's time, Pete? Yeti needs to shine. Also, I do have to admit, though, Yeti is shining, but you know what else is shining? The corpse of Dawn Butcher that we stuck on our wall. I'm not sure how we taxidermied his entire upper torso, but honestly, he's a remarkable feat, Pete. Whoever you hired to do that work, bang up job. You should have tipped them extravagantly. It's probably Dr. Tigan. I'm assuming it's Dr. Tigan. He seems like the kind of guy who'd be really into taxidermy. Yes, Pete is probably correct. It does seem like Tigan's particular brand of kink. Anyway, let's get this episode wrapped up. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. We have, oh, there are gatekeepers up here mounted on the ceiling, too. Oh, God, we left their tentacles in, though. I mean, that's definitely the work of one Dick Tigan. You gotta take this down, man. First off, just no. No. When I fire Dr. Tigan and start cleaning at his desk, I'm gonna find so much hentai in there. So much hentai. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more Dick Tigan tentacle action, might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.